criteria, it would be your minimum requirements, right? So you've got to have a location, you've got to have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Your application's accepted. At that point in time, you go into a lottery system. You then go before the ABC board based on your number drawn in the lottery, and there are criteria. The ABC by law has to issue permits that are in the public convenience and advantage, and our rules set forth what that means. So we kind of have our own merit system that we go by. And when the board hears those applications, they say, you know, what's, for example, for ours, this would not be necessarily applicable to you, but what's law enforcement's opinion? What's the diversity of the area? How many outlets are in the area? Just a merit based on what does your application bring to our merit system? Do you have experience in a liquor store?
So are you saying that we get 50 applications for cultivation facilities, and 20 of them meet the minimum qualifications, and then we put those applications into a lottery, and then you go, say the first 5 that you drew you didn't think were good applications, they met the minimum qualifications, but are you saying that review the applications based on the merit, based on the lottery?
So there's not necessarily a written down, there are guidelines that merits that applicants should meet beyond their minimum requirements. And so the board would look at that based on, some of them are submitted with the application, some of them are not. The board then goes through and basically has a hearing with the applicant to say, what's your plan? You know, have you ever run a liquor business before? Who are the people that are going to work for you? What's your experience? What's your other business experience? All these kinds of things. And then they look at the criteria that's set before them. What does it mean to be in the public's convenience and advantage? And they weigh those applicants based on that, and they make a decision that says, this applicant has a good location, this applicant's qualified, law enforcement doesn't have a problem with this applicant, it adds to the area, that kind of thing. So, you know, that's just an example of one selection.
If you do that, so you have the minimum requirement, then you look at, kind of like what you're saying, a merit, and then if they're tied up, then you go to a lottery system. Is that what are we gonna just do all the minimum and do a lottery? I mean, how are we?
Well, I think we're gonna have to get to the point where we still, I guess I suggested the merit hybrid system on the issue of when we just added something like the economic impact. It's gonna be hard to judge that without us actually sitting here and discussing what are we gonna do. So it's almost like we've got to come up with I still am a fan, I guess, of doing a rubric where we say, you know, everything's a 1 to 10 or however 1 to 5 or however we want to do it. And in the chance that we get down to the end, we've got, you know, 2 ties, and it may not just be for 5th and 6th place. I think Mr. Pippa brought that up last time. We could end up with that. Then we do a little bit more of the lottery system. But I think we've almost got to have the chance to bring some of the applicants in, talk to them, make sure we understand this, and score them. So that's my view on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I think you take the merit of anything from location to whether they've got minority ownership or whatever they're looking at to have merit on it. Then, you know, if you got it. I mean, if you have even scores at the end of grading them, then you throw that to a lottery. So that's kind of, is that what you mean, like a hybrid?
I think that's kind of what we had talked about.
Yeah.
I still think that's, this is a hard job to do that, but I think that's what we're tasked with doing, and I think that's how we ought to proceed.